moving people back towards the kids. Everybody talking about you if that's not what you're doing. So if that shoe don't fit, don't lace that bitch. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that shoe don't fit, don't put it on. If I'm not talking to you, move. But the point is if you know something, and if you know see something, say something. How are people, we're so quick to, I got evidence on somebody else's pain is what I'm hearing right now. If you have evidence on the reason why I can't just drop my shit unless I'm dead is because there's other minors on my case. Do you understand that? Those minors refuse to tell the truth. Those minors are still probably living in this life. So to put their information out for my side is wrong. I can't do that. It's also illegal. I can't do that, right? So to put my information, everybody just throw your information out. There's minors on the case. That weren't just me. Everything that I went through was as a child. I'm not talking about things as an adult. Do you hear me? Can I say that over for those in the back? Everything that I went through it as a child. From the age of 3 months old to 18 years old, I went through hell. All these elite parties, the orgies, the satanic rituals, the arm candy, the dropping suitcases of military grade weapons, of dropping cases with codes in them to missiles, doing clean hand jobs, basically being a kamikaze to another pimp. All of that happened to me when I was a child. I'm not talking about as an adult. All the hell that we're going through right now was everything that happened to me as a child, not as an adult. Not being able to have children of my own, that's what happened as a child, not as an adult. That's what I'm paying for as an adult. What's wrong with my body happened as a child, not as an adult. The choices that I made and the choices that other people made for me was as a child. I was a sex worker, and not a sex worker because sex work is not work. I was a child sex slave as a teenager, as a baby. While other people thought it was okay. You know what? Luxor, Las Vegas, Nevada, the casino. Y'all know where Luxor is, right? I was raped on their escalator in front of everybody at 15 years old. Nobody did anything. It was a full packed, if you have ever been in the casino, it was a full packed out casino. Nobody did anything. 1, because it's Vegas. 2, because nobody's going to get involved. The amount of people that did stuff to me is endless, and I lost count. Do you hear what I'm saying? As a child. So for those of you, again, back to thank you for putting my story out, because I've never felt heard. I've never gotten justice. I don't believe there's justice for me. I already know that. It's happened. I can't rewind it, but we got to talk about some more stuff. Just hang on, though. But there's no justice for me. There's no time machine. There's no taking it back. And a lot of you are just coming to the party. But those of you who have been here from day 1 of 2020, thank you. Thank you. Okay? So those of you who are like, I'm trying to share to get this information out, because people can't fathom. My mom tells me all the time, because I'm like, Mom, what the hell is wrong with people? People are painful. And she's like, but wait a minute though. Even on my worst day, I can't fathom the type of stuff that you went through. I wouldn't be able to think of that stuff by myself. Okay? So I'm trying really hard to have patience with people. But if you are making money off of me, you are no better than the people who sold me. If you are sitting back and you know you paid for a ticket, or you paid for a subscription, or you paid for a $7.99 extra information, and it's my video on somebody else's platform, you are a part of the problem. That is no better than my pimps and pedophiles that we're talking about. If you're sharing it because it's the right thing to do, and it's the information that needs to get out there, and I thank you for it, then thank you. I'm not talking to you. Thank you. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. But the only person that is not making money off my pain is me. And that's what's messed up. That's why this is continuing. Everybody is so quick to, how much money will you give me if I tell you this truth? How much money can I get if I put this video out? How much money will I get if this? We don't give a shit. Do you hear me? I am a dance teacher. I'm a college student. All I want is my peace. That's it. Leave me alone. That's it. That's all I've asked for. I want to go back to school. I don't want to be ran out of my schools. I've been in the same community college for 13 years. Do you know how long you're supposed to be in a community college? 2 to 4. Maybe. 13 years. I'm not dumb. I just can't go. So, I'm just... It's not funny. I'm starting to get like, woo! Okay. You know, people ask us, you know, why don't you just team up with this person that's talking? Just team up with this survivor. Just get together with this person. Just do an interview with this person. Okay, I have a question. All the people who are like, just do an interview with me. Are they Dr. Phil? Is there going to be some aftercare that's not corrupt after the interview? Because what do you think is going to happen after we go on their podcast? Here's that part. Let me turn on, because I seriously want to know. Because so many people have this TV mentality that they think once you get on this interview with this podcaster, because I've been watching them, right? And they do collect a little money, but at the same time, I think they got a lot of information out. All right. So if you do an interview with them, that's going to do what? Do what? After the interview, after they hand me that mic, what is it going to do? Besides give them the story that they want for their views and their trends. Besides that, what is it going to do after we give them that interview? Tell me. You tell me. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? After we do an interview with them, what is that supposed to do? Yes, thank you. For some people who are like, that puts more eyes on you, yes, because we do need that safety net. But for those who we don't know now are just like, let's just do an interview. What is that supposed to do? We did a lot of interviews in the beginning because we didn't know. We did not know. We were just like, throw it out there. Just throw that shit out there. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know where. We're just put it out there. Whoever was like, we'll share it. We're like, thank you. Okay, cool. But you got to pay to play with some of these people. You understand that, right?
They probably don't explain it.
Okay, so we do an interview. Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you. You remember when we did an interview with... I gotta say names. You remember when we did an interview with someone who has a semi-national platform? Okay, I don't want to give this man more views for what he did already, okay? So we did this interview with this man, and it's already going, right? He asked us for some evidence in the middle because he didn't get the evidence that he wanted. He put in a rape video in the mix of us speaking. Then on top of that, after the interview was over, he told me that the Los Angeles, LAPD contacted him and wanted to talk to me. Now, the LAPD, Riverside County Police Department, Moreno Valley Police Department, and a few others to name were some of the ones who I was talking about when my surrogate was dating police officers and they were putting me in the back of their car, and I learned that I have eggshell wrists because when you put somebody's handcuffs a little too tight, they can probably pull out of them if they're pulling too hard. So I was told that I had eggshell wrists because a lot of the times when I was raped by cops, I was moving too much, and then yeah, my hands came out. So they would make them really tight. So somebody said, he said, let me just, here's that person. What is that supposed to do? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to turn these back off for a second. When we that putting all your chickens in one basket. Do you see that the Diddy case is already getting covered up? There's already corruption. There's already attorneys wondering why the victims are not getting their information out. There's already attorneys running why shit is getting covered up. Look it up. Go ahead and look it up. Already there's cover-ups happening. I told you that. Because everybody's like, call the feds. You can get on the case. You think we dumb? I know a lot of you don't know what that means. And again, the first thing to do is let's call the police and let's get you on the case. That's not going to do anything. If anything, the case was already, you can see it. We can. If we throw it in 6 from something and we don't say shit to y'all, it means we see something and we waiting for everybody else to see it. Okay? We already seen that coming a long time ago. That case is about to get shut down. Everything is about to go under the rug. The same way Ghislaine Maxwell's case went under the rug. The same way nobody's talking about Ghislaine's case anymore. Like it didn't even happen. The same way we're not even talking about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was the John. Ghislaine Maxwell was the supplier. Who else do you think that she sold kids to? You remember how I told you? Johns, traffickers, pimps. All different. Okay? Epstein was the one who said, I want a 6-year-old. I want a 9-year-old. I want a 12-year-old. Ghislaine is the one who said, I know where to find that 6-year-old, 9-year-old, and 12-year-old. I will sell them to you. Epstein had parties. He invited multiple people to come and take part, and who he brought. Who else did she sell kids to? You see how that just got covered up? Shut down, quiet, nothing, nothing, done. What happened to her victims on that case? There were multiple victims that threw into that case. What do you think happened to them? Do you think they got silenced? Do you think they're okay? Do you think they're safe? Do you think their information is safe? Do you think their information was heard? Because did you hear it? No. Because are we still talking about it? No. What do you think happens when everybody jumps on one thing? If one situation falls, so does the whole thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. For those who are like, team up with this person, team up with that person, just because survivors are trying to tell you the same thing, sometimes it does not mean that they stand stronger together. When do you see us endorse anybody? Do you? When do you see us stand with other survivors that much? Do you? Especially if they have a platform. Do you? No. This whole time that we've been on, we've been very careful who we say, hey, we may have had an interview with this person, but we're not telling y'all to follow them. We're not telling you to listen and hang on to every word that they say. Pay attention, though. We did an interview with them. There it is. But that's up to you to pay attention because we don't know them. We don't know what all they're capable of, so we don't know what's going on there. If we already see that they mudslinging names, if we already see that they only speak about the children when it's convenient, if we already see that they get dragged beyond dragged, and then the next thing they do is turn around and start drama, and I'm gonna sue you, we back up. Want to know why? Because if you're gonna sue somebody, you would have did it. The amount of I'm gonna sue you when people don't get their way is ridiculous on social media. Boo-hoo. Do you know how many times people call us out of our names? Do you